I just had a really good take of this poem and I didn't record it. So here's take 2. Let's try again. I wrote this poem because I was thinking about you and I was challenged to do so. This poem is called Essential Work, and it's dedicated to anybody that can find resonance with these words, but especially to those who have been like me and you've been asking questions. You've had a lot of questions during this time. You know that you have an assignment and that you have a mission and you have things that you want to do, and the world has changed, and thus it's changed the way that you can accomplish those things. And so when you're caught in those questions, it's like, well, what do I do now and how am I supposed to do it? I won't claim to have all the answers for you, but I hope that these words inspire you like they inspired me. This poem is called Essential Work. I am Mydera, Taliah, and I wrote this poem for you. Essential Work. How are you? How are you doing today? Have you been caring for yourself? How are you picturing yourself these days? Question. If you had 1,000 words to plant like seeds in the garden of your being, what would you say to these trees, to this grass, to this earth, to your heart? What would you say to make it last? Have you been thinking a lot about the past? Have you been spending a lot of time looking back, recombing the ways that you and I in this world has changed? Well, the way that we retell stories is the same way that we make memories last. Like the recycling of feelings and reusing of emotions. We can have more of what we have if we find a way to give it back. See, when output is routed as input, it feeds back. So where your heart is, your attention, it'll feed that. In these days, we're not able to do much of what we have become used to. And the comfort zones have changed. And yes, it will take some getting used to. But one truth hasn't changed. Do you want to know what that is? Here's the truth. Still, right now, in this very moment, under these conditions, you can still be useful. This world still needs you. Can you even believe it? There is still so much work to do. It's different, yes. Not like what we're used to, correct. But it's still beautiful. That's the truth. And so I hope you haven't given up. And I hope that you know that you are your most precious natural resource and that you are a renewable energy. And so I hope that you're caring for yourself. And I hope that you know you still have more left to give and still so much more yet to receive. And that there's more to hope for and still so many reasons to believe. Plant those seeds. Plant those seeds in your mind. Your most precious environment. Feast on the stories of victory and overcoming and things that are inspiring. Remember we talked about that feedback? Well, if you need hope, you have to feed that. Here's another truth. We are not growing apart. Actually, what's happening is we're being challenged to come together and to grow together in more excellent ways. We're being challenged to strengthen the bonds and the fellowships and the partnerships that can withstand these new crashing waves. Rest assured. We can fulfill our missions. We can reach shore. We can get through together. We can experience more, and we can do it in new and exciting ways. Remember why you started this work in the first place. Go back to that passion. Go back to that hope. Go back to that presence. Put on that face. Walk in those shoes. Remember how far we've come, and know this is not a delay. It's just another one of those steps that we'll have to take to get to where we want to get to. You have to reframe the picture in a way that benefits you. And when I say that, I don't mean to manipulate the scope, but I mean to say, hang the picture in your sights and frame it with hope, because we can still fulfill our missions. And we can do it in new and exciting ways. Don't become overcome with the news, and don't let the distance fool you. Yes, we're spread out some, but that just means that there's more room for each of us to bloom. It's essential.